Hi, my beautiful members of the Aligned Businesswoman Facebook group. Okay, before we get to the message, full disclosure, for the past 15 minutes, I've been trying to pre-record this so that it can go live later in the evening where, more people are online. But after 3 takes, I was like, screw that. I hate going off a little script and trying to do all that. Sometimes I just need to put myself out there and mess up on live and just allow it to flow that way than just trying to be I feel like it's so robotic whenever I'm pre-recording it. It just doesn't flow as naturally for some reason. I guess when I'm just thrown on the stage, you're kind of oh, sing, now go. And you're just okay. And then your unconscious mind takes over and it's oh, and it comes out usually okay. Sometimes I mess up, but we shall see. I'm just going to let this channel through as I deliver this message that I want to deliver to you. And this really exciting news. As you hop on, please say hello. Let me know that you're there and let me know that I'm coming in strong because it is raining here in Houston, Texas, where I'm at. And sometimes it interferes with my signal, my internet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm going to bring this up really quickly. So let me know if you have felt any of these ways. So side note, I did a survey of over 200 women about how they feel about sales, marketing, and prospecting on social media. I asked them some of the things that they would want from their business, what would they like to manifest? And then I asked them, what do they want to get rid of? What do they want to avoid? I really wanted to understand, where do you want to be? And where do you want to leave? What do you want to get away from? And so here are some of these things. And I want to know if you can relate to any of these things. And I'm going to tell you why this was so important to me and important to a collaboration that I just created that is for you. Okay. So let me see here. Have you ever felt that finding quality leads is a hustle and grind? Have you ever felt that just being consistent in showing up can feel exhausting? Have you ever found that, and this is another thing too, there's, what I often see is that people link two things together. It's in order for me to be successful, I must fill in the blank. So in order for me to be able to grow fast, I must work really hard. Let me know if that's something that you believe. And then let me just do one more. Let me see here. A lot of people are wanting more sales. And there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of worry that that they're not going to be able to make the sales and not going to be able to pay the bills. Let's see here. There's just a lot of things that people are worried about. And I imagine that it's like the movie Eat, Pray, Love, where she's going around, all these women are having this voice chatter of all their worries and all the things that they're stressing about. And so as women entrepreneurs, and a lot of times we have other hats that we wear, we're moms, we're wives, we're partners, we're all these different things. We have multiple things going on in our minds. It's almost as if we have multiple personalities. One person's worried about the sales, oh, well, we got to make sure that the home life is taken care of so we can go make the sales, so that if we make the sales, then we can pay for assistance in the home life, we can pay for a housekeeper, we can pay for a nanny, we can do all these other things. And so all these people are fighting in your head. All these voices are fighting in your head for your attention, for your energy, so that you're taking action in these different other places. And then it feels you leaving really drained, and you're maybe even have some uncertainty and overwhelm of okay, am I even going to make this business happen? And it really does stress you out. And when the brain is on stress, it's really hard to make wise decisions. It's hard to be clear-headed. Anyway, so if you ever felt any of those things, and I know I have, and obviously people do feel this because this is what it said in the survey, I have an opportunity for you to transition out of that. I have an opportunity for you to actually create more sales, or create more ease in sales. And so you're making more sales, yes, but to be able to actually enjoy the process, to be able to have fun doing it, and to be able to have the assistance for you to grow, for you to make more sales, so that you're not doing it alone and you're able to scale a lot quicker. I worked out an arrangement with Kat Burns and Riette Stevens to be able to offer a bundle inside the Sell Yeah Mini Mind. So this is the only place that you can be able to get this offer. But before we get to that, let's talk about the 4 reasons why people don't buy and how this specific offer is going to help you address many of those things. Some of the things that I've noticed in here about what people were saying is that they don't have a consistent system. They don't have the organization. There's not financial stability. There's just so many different things of like, there's a lot of time that they're being like, that is being spent trying to grow their business. There's not a successful profit and profitable strategy, just so many different things, right? And so how that relates to these 4 reasons why people don't buy is extremely important. So people, let's get to it. People aren't going to buy because they're not interested. That's pretty obvious, right? Here's the thing. The first 2 things that I'm going to be covering of why people don't buy, most of the time, they're out of your control. It's like, okay, they're not interested. That's fine. But there is a part, there's some element of it being in your control. And that's where the Sell Yeah Mini Mind comes through. There's no interest in your offer, so they're not going to buy, right? There's 2 parts of that. There's actually someone who just doesn't have the need. So like for the Sell Yeah Mini Mind, someone that's making all the sales that they want, where they're like, oh gosh, I have too many sales. I don't need this. They're not going to want to be in Sell Yeah Mini Mind. But for that person that, is making money, they're making the sales, but it's like, oh man, but I just know I have it in me to make this more efficient and for me to be able to grow. Or maybe they're like, I really want more sales, but I just don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. And I would love to have that support. But the person that says, I have way too much money, I'm like just swimming in my money, I don't need this help. I mean, they're not going to have interest in the Sell Yeah, right? The Sell Yeah Mini Mind. However, those other people that may think that they don't have the interest, it's also an opportunity for me to make sure that I'm very clear about what the Sell Yeah Mini Mind is about. So here is where you also have an opportunity to make sure that you're crystal clear on your messaging so that that interest or the no interest is truly no interest because they understand and they're clear about what your offer is. The second reason why people don't buy is because they don't have the money. They say, I just don't have the money. Now, 3 days ago, I talked about how we can project our fears and insecurities and our lack mindset about not having money onto our ideal clients. And so they don't buy, or maybe we don't even show up to ask them for the sale, so they don't buy. There is a legitimate reason why, or there is a little legitimate objection for them, to say, I don't have the money. Yes, sometimes they just don't have the money. Now, this isn't an opportunity for you to be like, oh, well, let me help you find the money, or, just trying to control that situation. This is sometimes where you're just like, it is what it is, and you can just let it go. Now, if you find that they probably do have the money, then this is an opportunity for you to make sure that you show the value of your offer. And that's the part that you can control. But once you show the value and they have the need, but there's literally no money, that's all you can do. There's no pressuring anyone into that. And that just feels icky anyway. Why would you want to have someone choose between your offer and something that is actually a need in their life? Now, these 2 things you can control. There is the trust in you. So people may not believe you. They may not believe that the transformation that you're promising is possible. Well, not necessarily possible for them, but they think like, no, you're lying. That's not right. You can't do that. You don't know how to do that. Yes, I know that sparks a lot of imposter syndrome whenever someone else doubts you, but that can happen, right? And so that is your opportunity to be very clear on your authority, your expertise, and the transformation that is available to your people. Being able to put them or paint the story where they can put themselves in the picture, into the story, And they can start to believe, hey, this person knows what they're talking about and I can envision myself in there, which actually is what leads me to number 4, is that they don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves to take the action required of your offer so they can see the transformation. They're thinking, no, it's not going to work for me. I've tried this before, or I tried something similar and it just didn't work for me. And I don't think I can do it. I don't think I have the self-discipline. And so when you overcome these objections already in your messaging on your post, then it makes it so much easier for you to transition into a sales conversation. When you're organized with all these things, then it's easier for you to be consistent in your outreach, your marketing, your prospecting, all the things, and having those sales conversations. You have the clarity around it, you have the confidence around it, which is going to lead you to all of that consistency. Now, here's another thing that it helps you with. I put some notes here of what else is in that survey, is that people are saying, and this is so beautiful. I mean, it speaks to like why people aren't reaching their goals. When I asked, like, what is it that you would love to be able to have in your business? Hi there. They said they're not sure. Again, that comes from not having the clarity. And sometimes people don't want to tap into the clarity. People don't want to question what they really want because they fear that they won't get it. So it's like, why even daydream? I don't want to be disappointed. Here's something else that this is going to help with. So someone asked that they wanted, or someone said that they would like to have high quality leads. They would like to have intentional focus on sales and growth goals. They want to have high quality copywriting skills. They want to reach XK. This one I believe was 5K months. There were so many different ones. Like, I want to have 10K months. I want to have 50K months. All these different ones of like what people wanted from their business. You see, when I negotiated this arrangement with Kat and Riette, it was a compliment to what is going to be going on in Sell Yeah Mini Mind. I want you to envision that the Sell Yeah Mini Mind is going to be that clarity and that focus and that consistency that you need on your end to be able to show up with confidence, for you to be able to have that juicy date on your line, to be able to attract your dream clients, and for you to be actually like feel good about your outreach strategy. And then bringing in what Kat and Riette are helping you with. Now, let me kind of go a little bit deeper what they're helping you with. They are doing 1 week of lead generation in other Facebook groups. You can see it on the sales page. I'm not going to go through it exactly, but what they're going to be able to do is help you set up your Facebook group, if you have a Facebook group, funnel, so that you're attracting quality leads, and they're going to be able to help you cultivate these relationships. And they're going to be able to increase your visibility in other Facebook groups. So as you are doing the thing over here in Sell Yeah Mini Mind, creating the clarity, getting crystal clear, getting the juicy content out there, that's me like, heck yeah, I trust you. I believe that what you have to offer me is going to give me the transformation, and I believe in myself to do it. That's what you need, right? That's what you need to be able to get more sales. Whether you're having the sales you want and you want more, you want to get to the next level, it's a combination of it all. And so here's another thing. If you're in the United States, right now it's 12:13 in Texas. I think probably over there where Kat is in Australia, it's probably around midnight. I'm not quite sure. Here's a beautiful thing. As you're sleeping during this week of lead gen that is bundled with the Sell Yeah Mini Mind, while you're sleeping and you're resting your pretty little face, you're getting your beauty sleep, Kat and Riette are over there working the Facebook groups for you. So essentially you have someone helping you around the clock. You're either doing it yourself or you're working it around the clock to be able to attract these prospects, these quality prospects that you can start sales conversations with. And this is what I love about it. Instead of lead gen, I hate saying lead, but instead of lead gen being exhausting and something that you dread, you have the power behind 2 other women to help you with this while you get the rest. And then while they're resting their pretty faces, they're getting their beauty sleep, you're doing it. And this is why I'm so freaking excited about this bundle and this collaboration that we're able to offer, because I see how there's so much that is calling us as women entrepreneurs. We got to be called here. We got to do this. We're wearing so many hats. Allow this container to be the support to get you through the year and actually even double your sales or triple your sales, whatever it is that your goal and your focus is for this last 2 months of the year. So you end it with a bang. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a little bit of some of the legwork, but behind the scenes things that I like to do so that I come up with clean energy, I come up with confidence. And what this helps me do is create better content, clear content that activates my people. And here's the thing, as we are doing, as you are getting crystal clear on your messaging, even like more fine tuning and getting it really like activated with the subconscious marketing that we're going to be doing, the things that I'm going to be teaching inside Sell Yeah Mini Mind, is that this is going to be the resources that Kat and Riette use. And so when you allow your brain to relax and you reduce the stress that's going on in your brain, you're able to have better decisions, you're able to have better logic, and you're able to have better creativity. So when you're creating this content, it is amplified. It is just so souped up and juicy that it sells for you. All right, so make sure that you join me tomorrow or catch the replay inside this Facebook group where I talk about these 3 things that I do to get more clarity and confidence in my messaging. And if you want to sign up already for the Sell Yeah Mini Mind, might as well do it now because cart closes next Wednesday, November 9th, and we get started November 10th. And I have some juicy bonuses for people that join by tomorrow. So, all right, I'll see you inside the group.